All right, let me close this out. Awesome. Happy Thursday, social media, and anybody listening to the podcast. Welcome to the EDGE podcast with Chip and Christy. We are a business, educational, and networking organization that empowers, develops, grows, and educates business owners and helps mold them into business leaders in their community. This week, we wanted to jump on and talk about what business are you actually in. A lot of people get confused. I would say about 90% of people answer incorrectly with the niche they're in, not actually the type of business they're in. So today we wanted to kind of dig deep into this, discuss a couple niches and what business they are actually in. Christy, go over this a little bit. Discuss this with me about the actual business that people are in. Tell us about this.
So a lot of people get into business and they think they're in the business of a car wash. So they're like, we wash cars. That's what we do. So if you've got a dirty car come in, you actually can get a lot more specific with your business. So yeah, some people are okay with having a dirty car, right? I remember when I was 18, my car, I pretty much lived in it because I didn't want to go home to the folks. And it was dirty and messy, but nobody cared. None of my friends cared, nothing like that. So if somebody is marketing to 18-year-old men and women to have their cars cleaned, it's probably not a good idea, right? In all reality, somebody that owns a car wash business, they're in the self-confidence business. I know when I am in my car and it's completely clean and there's no smudges or nose marks from my dogs or trash from my teenagers, I feel so much better about myself. So in all reality, a car wash is in the self-confidence business. They want people to feel good about themselves when they're out driving around town, right? So, I mean, that would be who I would market to. People that want to have their car look good so they can feel good about themselves. I remember when we started our handyman business, that was one thing I really harped on with my business partner was you've got to have a clean car. Some little old lady's going to come following you with some lemonade out to the car and she's going to go, would you like some lemonade? And in Texas, you always say yes, by the way. You don't ever turn food or drink down in Texas. It's just rude in the South. So I said, you have to have your car looking clean. You've got to look like $1 million, even though in the very beginning, he had a truck that was not something that was very nice. He had a clean truck and he felt good about himself. The customers, when they came to his truck, he felt good. So that's something that's important. He couldn't have beer cans falling out of the car. So when we started using a car washing business professionally, we actually were thinking about our self-confidence and also thinking about the confidence the customers would have in us. So ours was a little bit more complicated, but in all reality, that car wash is after the person that wants this self-confidence. You feel better. You can strut your stuff in that car when it looks good, right? And if you, like, 18-year-old teenage boy gets a brand new Camaro, he doesn't want to look like crap when he shows it off to his friends, right? So you have to think about what business you're really in. A lot of people don't ever think about what business they're really in, and it shows.
Yeah. So the truth is when you actually figure out the business that you're in, like right there with the car wash, when you realize that you're in the self-confidence, like you're selling self-confidence to people, basically, right? You can start marketing directly after that. Directly, your posts on Facebook, your ads, wherever they are, need to somehow mention self-confidence, mention the feeling of getting in a clean car and starting your day. There was a football coach at UT, at the University of Texas, that one of his big speeches he gave every year was about making your bed in the morning, because that just gives you the confidence for the day to, you accomplish something early, and you know you're going to go home to a made bed. So, but it's the same concept with self-confidence as a car wash. You want to push that self-confidence to your clients, to your customers. And there's tons of different, what's the word? There's tons of different niches that we can discuss. Like, for instance, roofing. You ask a roofer what they do, and they're going to tell you they do roofing. But in all reality, and Christy, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're in the home protection business. They are in protecting the home, and the business of protecting your home or your business, whatever you need a roof on. It's safety. It's protection for your family and for your business. And as a roofer, knowing that, that's what you sell. You sell, safety. You sell confidence that you are safe at your home. But it can completely change your whole marketing scheme up once you realize what business you're really running, what you're doing, what you're giving to your clients.
Exactly. There was a really good car commercial a year or so ago, and I can't remember if it was like Mitsubishi or something. It was some off-brand vehicle. It wasn't like Toyota or Chevy or Ford or anything. It was something, and it would pan in to this family, and there was this car, and it was all smashed up, right? It's even giving me chills talking about it, because I recently had 2 teenagers in a car accident. So it pans to this vehicle, it's all smashed in, and then it goes over to the family, and it says they survived because they were driving this car. It has a rating, whatever percent survivability in car accidents. And I thought, that's genius. Of course, I was like, mom at first, like, oh my God, like that hit me, right? And then I was like, that's genius freaking marketing. For like, sure. They know they're not in just the car business. They're in this business of protecting families that go from here to there. Yeah, they're a transportation, but the important thing is, in this car company, is you get there safely. And that's what you want, right? Mm-hmm. So I remember thinking, okay, now I finally get it. What business are you really in? So if I were a roofer, I'm not, I would pan to a hurricane, a tornado, something like that. Total devastation, but their house is still there, their roof is still on, and this family hugging each other, kind of like Twister, right? Yeah. And they're hugging each other. The house survived, the roof survived, all of their earthly possessions survived, but the most important thing that survived is that family, the most precious thing in your life. That safety, that security was protected because of that roof. And I've never seen a roofer advertise in that kind of way, but if they did, their competition wouldn't even be relevant. So, I mean, that car business knew what business they were really in. A roofer, when you think about it, you're protecting people's most valuable assets, their family, and everything they've worked hard for, right? Their possessions. Yeah. You could do that in a way and show the customer, we care about you. We care about the safety of your family. We want to protect you. It'd crush them. Chip, how would you feel about getting a new roof on your house with that kind of advertising or marketing?
Yeah, I mean, that's what would catch my eye. I wouldn't think of what material needs to be used, because I'm not a roofer and I don't know that stuff. So I would want them to sell me, their product being the strongest, safest, that's what you need to know as a client or a customer of a, roofing company. You need to know that it's going to be secure, that it's going to be legit. And if you sell it that way, it knocks it out of the park. It gives you that edge in your business that you really need.
Exactly. Exactly. So when you're looking at your business, there's some key things that you really need to look at when you're getting that edge over your competition. I'm stealing it, Chip. That was great. Is you have to think about what business you're really in. So the question you ask yourself is, am I an organization? Yes, an organization is anything, any person that wants to accomplish something, you have an organization. Thank you, Tony Robbins. I am modeling this training after what he taught me. So you want to think about your organization as a whole. Even if you're a solopreneur, you're an organization, even if just one of you, because you're wanting to provide a service or product to your customers. So number one, with your business enterprise, your organization, what is the outcome of your organization? What is the outcome of your business enterprise? With a roofer, I'm going to stick with that, Chip, because that one, I won't be all over the place. Yeah. What is the outcome of a roofing business?
And the outcome would be protection from the elements.
Exactly. Right? Protecting your family and everything you have from the elements, So you want to create a substantial system that allows you to increase the quality of life of the people that you're serving. So a roofer would have safety, dryness, to keep the people in their home. It would change their quality of life when they have a good roof. They're selling the house, they have a good roof, they can sell it for more. They would have the freedom to walk around in their house and not have to worry about leaks, not have to worry about the wind, not have to worry about their family getting sick or getting injured from the outside elements, right? Mm-hmm. The problem is, though, that most people get caught up in the vehicle of the business instead of what the outcome is. So what do you want to provide for people? As a roofer, you would want to provide safety and security for your customers so that their family and their possessions are protected from the outside elements, right? Mm-hmm. You and I talking about this pretty simple stuff, but most of the time people don't take 10 minutes to work in their business or work on their business instead of in their business. So they're putting roofs on, they're putting a roof on, they're putting roofs on, and they never think about it from the client's perspective. Like how you can solve that problem with the client, how you can communicate that outcome, whatever it may be. I used to live in the 4 states. If I would have had a roofer that talked to me like a human being, I would have used them, right? So you need to think about what's the outcome of your enterprise. You, with your business, what's the outcome of McCarter Marketing?
So there's 2, because I've been thinking about it since we talked about it. The core, it's both time management and lead generation. The lead generation is obviously the ranking of the websites and creating customers through the internet, but the time management, and that's what I'm really selling, is the owners of these businesses don't need to be wasting all of their time on a website, on stuff that they don't know that well, website, Google profile, SEO, or even pay a worker hourly, because it's cheaper to use a digital marketing agency. So save money, and it also gives the business owner time to actually work on their business and not worry about the services I'm providing.
Yeah, so look at your business like Chip has and think about what's the outcome of the enterprise, the organization, the business that you have. Number 2, what is the purpose of the enterprise? There's 2 things. One, to transform the quality of life for your customers or clients. and have some sort of value system. You must serve your clients in a totally unique and special way consistently to give them what they want. And number two, to make profit. Remember, if you make profit, but you fail to take care of the customer's needs, you won't be in business long term. So question number one is, what's the outcome? Number two is, what's the purpose of the enterprise? But then it's that twofold.
Yeah. Nice.
Number three is, what's going to make your business grow? How can you constantly add more value than anyone else in the market? The secret is, you must fall in love with your customers, not your products and services. This is where 99% of business owners go wrong. They fall in love with their amazing product or service, but they forget all about the customer and their needs, what they really need to be successful in whatever outcome you're providing for the customer. So those are some things to think about. Now, there is a fourth bonus one.
What's that?
The difference between a job, J-O-B, and a business. If your business is organized to meet the needs of the customers, you'll ultimately, if you have a business organized where you meet the needs of yourself and not the customer, you have a job. Whereas if you have a purpose of the business, personal objectives, and you want to meet the needs of your customers over and over and over again, you have a business. Plus, this little secret that most people don't think about when they're starting a business. You don't really have a business if you don't have an exit strategy. What's your exit strategy? Are you going to sell it in 10 years for millions of dollars? Are you going to pass it down from generation to generation? What are you going to do? The key principle is this is a living, breathing organism, your business, that actually has a life cycle that responds to the forces of nature. It's not you start a business and you're an overnight success. Most overnight successes take about 15 to 20 years to produce. And that's a lot of working on your business instead of in it. You have to think about your client, their needs, the changes in society. So you need to know what business you're really in to be long-term and sustainable.
Yeah. And also with long-term, I think it's super important to know what you need from your business, like what you want and need out of your business. Mm-hmm. And in that sense, once you know what business you're in and what you expect and need out of that business, then you can put the focus into the right area. You can actually focus on the correct things instead of bouncing all over the place, which is so easy to do as an entrepreneur. It's so easy to, because when you have 12 things going in different places all the time, you always have to think of how to stay ahead. But since I know what I need out from my business, I know how to set my goals correctly. And then from there, I just set the goals and start achieving them one at a time.
Now, if you want to really think about your business and work on your business as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, I'm going to give you 5 questions to ask yourself as a business owner. Number 1, what business are you really in? Be honest when you're doing this. Really start thinking about the needs you're meeting for your customers. Number 2, how's business? I was talking to a business owner earlier today, and he was like, I'm so busy. And I said, okay, so tell me how many customers you have. And they said 3. Let's be honest. about how's business.
Yeah.
It's not providing him enough money to sustain his lifestyle. Yeah. So that's when I had that difficult kind of conversation, like, how's business really? Like,
yeah.
Handle more business. Life is busy for all of us. Chip and I were talking about this earlier. I had 2 kids graduate this week, relatives from out of state here, and it was just crazy busy. Life is busy, but I could always build my businesses. Number 3, where are you now and where do you want to be with your business? What's that gap that you need to fill from where you are to where you want to be? Number 4, what does your business need to grow? What do you need to feed it? What do you need to do with it? How do you need to look at it a little bit differently to have it grow? And number 5, what business do you need to be in if you're not in it? And give yourself this extreme competitive advantage from everybody else in the market, that edge that you need.
Yep, get that edge over your competition. Because if you answer those 5 questions, you will then know where to go. You'll know what goals to set, like I just said. It just, I always say this and I repeat it all the time, but entrepreneurs are nothing but problem solvers. And that's why you have to repeat these questions every day to yourself until you actually have the correct answers and solve that problem first. Because that's a problem that so many business owners have. I had it. I thought I was just in the web design and SEO business with McCarter Marketing. But in reality, without the leads that are coming in and without, helping the business owners save time and focus on their business, there's no business for me. So that's just ultimately I have to figure out the backbone of like when we're asking what business you're in, we want to know the backbone of your business. Like what is it about your business? Not the niche you're in, but what is it? Is it health? Is it time management? Like I said, is it like a roofing? Is it home protection or safety? There's really just like a core number of those business. It's not like there's an infinite number of like niches, like there is niches. There's a certain number of types of businesses that are out there. This is just something that's not discussed. I had never even gone over any of this stuff until the Edge. And thank goodness, because it's such a eye opener once you get to look at it and really focus on it.
Exactly. When can they learn about the Edge? When is that live meeting in Waco, Texas?
Yeah. So our in-person meeting is every Thursday from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. at 2320 West Waco Drive, La Matavelosa Artisanal. But they have amazing food. It's a great spot, and we have a great family already that's growing, a great tribe that's, it's growing, and we're helping each other's businesses just blow up and do what we need with them, get what we need out of our businesses.
Exactly. And you can follow us on our podcast, the Edge Podcast. We are also on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We will soon be having an Instagram and more. We also have a website, Chip. What's our website address?
www.theedgebiz.com. That's THEEDGEBIZ.com. Awesome. Christy, is there anything else that we wanted to talk about or discuss?
That is basically what I wanted to discuss today. Spend 10, 15, 20 minutes thinking time on your business and answer those questions to help you serve your customers better.
For sure. And for you to achieve your goals that you set out for, at the beginning. And those change all the time too. The ultimate thing is you're fulfilling the need that you need, from your business, what you set out for initially, what you wanted to do with your life anyways. Exactly. But for now, that's it. Thank you for joining us with the Edge Podcast with Chip and Christy, and stay safe, and we love you guys.